Hello and welcome for another interesting episode on invasion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home. But before we go ahead with the video, please kindly subscribe to our channel if you are watching on YouTube. If you are here on Facebook, please kindly follow our page for more interesting videos like this. Now let's get into the video. Picture a peaceful home in Nigeria suddenly turned into a war zone. In the time leading up to the invasion, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prominent figure, was stirring the pot of activism, creating ripples in the political waters of the country. His outspoken views and relentless pursuit of change were not well received by all, particularly the Nigerian government. Tensions were mounting. The air was heavy with anticipation, like the calm before a storm. The government, on the other hand, had its reasons. They claimed Kanu's actions were a threat to national security, a disruption to societal order. They viewed his activism as a spark that could ignite a wildfire, a potential catalyst for civil unrest. As the political climate continued to heat up, the government began to prepare for what they considered to be necessary action. And so the chess pieces were moving, the players were ready, and the game was about to begin. The stage was set for an event that would send ripples across the nation. Then, the unthinkable happened. On a day that started like any other, the quiet was shattered by the thunderous roar of military vehicles closing in on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home. The once peaceful morning was suddenly filled with the ominous tension of an impending storm. The Nigerian military, an entity that was supposed to protect its citizens, now bore down on the home of one of its own. Their faces were stern, their intentions clear, and their actions swift. The military men, dressed in their intimidating regalia, descended upon the residence with a force that was both unexpected and overwhelming. They swept through the property, their boots echoing ominously through the halls. Orders were barked, doors were breached, and within moments, the sanctuary of a home was transformed into a scene of chaos and fear. In the midst of the turmoil, Kanu's family and his supporters found themselves caught in the eye of the storm. Their reactions were a mix of disbelief, horror, and defiance. They watched helplessly as their home was invaded, their personal space violated. The air was thick with tension, the faces etched with distress. But beneath it all, there was a strong undercurrent of resilience. The immediate aftermath of the invasion was a scene of stark devastation. The once vibrant home was now a shell of its former self, its walls bearing the scars of the unwelcome intrusion. Personal belongings were strewn about, remnants of a happier time now marred by the harsh reality of the situation. Yet as the dust settled, the gravity of the situation began to sink in. This wasn't just an invasion of a home, but a blatant display of power and intimidation. It was a statement, a warning to anyone who dared to challenge the status quo. In the wake of the invasion, a home was left in ruins, and a nation was left in shock. The fallout of the invasion was immediate and far-reaching. Public outcry surged like a tidal wave, voices echoing with shock and indignation. Streets buzzed with whispers and shouts, a cacophony of public sentiment that reverberated far beyond the borders of Nigeria itself. The press, both local and international, quickly picked up on the story, their headlines blaring the news of the invasion. Images of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's violated sanctuary were splashed across screens and print, sparking a firestorm of controversy and debate. The international community watched, their eyes wide and questioning, as they grappled with the implications of such a brazen act. Amidst the backlash, the Nigerian government found itself on the defensive. Statements were issued, promises of inquiries made, but the damage had been done. The invasion had exposed a raw nerve, a stark reminder of the fragility of civil liberties in the face of power. But what of Kanu himself? The invasion, rather than silencing him, seemed to have the opposite effect. His voice, now amplified by the incident, rang out louder than ever. His activism took on a new fervor, a new determination, and the political landscape of Nigeria, it too was irrevocably altered, the lines of dissent more clearly drawn, the stakes higher than ever before. The invasion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home was a dark chapter in Nigerian history, a stark reminder of the price of dissent. From a peaceful home to a national controversy, the invasion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home by Nigerian military men was a startling event. This tale of turmoil began with a tense prelude, escalated with the shocking intrusion, and the ripple effects of this incident are still felt today. The aftermath of this event sparked intense debate, revealing deep-seated issues within the country's socio-political landscape. This event serves as a potent reminder of the power of activism and the lengths to which governments will go to silence dissent. After all, history, as they say, often repeats itself. Thank you all for watching. Please share the video and leave us a comment. Until the next one, bye for now.